Welcome back, and today I'm going to demonstrate to you the use of array. Use of pointers. So, but make sure that you do understand what is a pointer. Make sure that you have a firm foundation about what is a pointer, then how to declare a pointer, and then using n% operator in order to access the address of variables, using asterisk and the pointer in order to access the values at the far end of the pointer, values of the variables at the far end of pointers. And right now, we're going to show you why should you use pointer. You should use pointer because it's going to provide you a convenient way to work with array and string. Anyway, string is an array of characters anyway, so it's array in general. Okay, and then also you can return more than one values. Okay, more than one values from a function. This one you're going to learn about pass by references and pass by values. Okay, then if you work with a string, you can pass a string or array to from a function to another functions in a convenient way. Okay, in a convenient ways. You can also allocate memory directly to your pointer, or this one is called direct memory allocations, using some function like alloc, malloc, and realloc as well. Okay, so in the coming part, we're going to explain about each one of them. So right now, I'm going to explain about the use of array, use of pointer to work with array, or your array is actually your array is actually a pointer. Okay, this one, your array is actually a pointer. Okay, and this one is the array name is a pointer pointing to the first elements of the array. In order to prove this point, we're going to create C programs. Okay, we're going to create a C program, create a new program. This one I'm gonna put here C++. Okay, so next is one I'll say pointer and array. Okay, pointer and array. From the source file, okay, I'm going to declare a pointer, an array int. Okay, this one is equal to 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm declaring an array of 3 elements, and that array name is A. Okay, and what is going on after declaring this one? Inside your memory, let's assume this one is your memory, and I'm assuming one of the cell here now, I'm assuming it is 4 bytes, which means it can store an integer over here. So somewhere inside your RAM at some location, depending on your compiler, it's going to reserve 1, 2, 3 integers, mean 12 bytes over here, because one integer is represented using 4 bytes. It's going to reserve this one for your variable A. Okay, and A right now is actually stored at some locations. Okay, it is stored at some location, and A right now is containing the address of the first elements there. And you see from this array declaration, then the first element is 2, assigned with the value 2, second is 3, and third is 4. So you have 2, 3, and 4 integers stored here. Of course, they should be represented in form of binary format and stored inside 4 bytes each. But for this simplicity, I'm just gonna show them as 1, 2, 3 individual elements like this, and a cell is 4 bytes. Then we're going to prove our next point, which is your array names is actually pointer pointing the first element of the array. Just to prove this one, so we're going to print out, okay, address of the first elements of array is, okay, this one is a digits, this one slash n, and array is using index to access to each individual of the elements, and this one have index number 0, this one have index number 1, and this one have index number 2. Okay, each one have the index number 0, 1, and 2, like this one. Then each one have the index like that. Let me just show you. It is index over there. Okay, just forget it. Okay, this one, index number 0 is index number 1 is index number 2, this way. Then you don't see from here, so we're going to access to the first variable or first elements of this array A. So this one, first element is A0, and I would like to have address of that first element, so I'm going to put ampersand. This one is what you already learned from previous lecture. Then just to prove that one, we're going to, okay, printf, okay, values store inside A is, okay, you're gonna have, this one is a digits slash n, and this one is A. Okay, so if you run this statement, you'll see, so the address of the first element is 14,000 something. Okay, 14,000 something. So this one is the values of the address of the first element. Okay, so your let's see, your variables A is stored, array is stored at these locations. Okay, then let's just move it larger a little bit. Okay, larger a little bit. Then the value stored inside A is also the exactly same result. Okay, that exactly the same result. Okay, this one, this exactly the same result. Okay, so you can see from here what is the proof is that A is actually, array name A is actually a pointer. Okay, why is it a pointer? Because it's storing the values inside there is actually the address of the first element. Okay, address of the first element of your array. Why? You can see from here, the values of A, see here, is exactly the address of the first element of the array. Okay, so it is actually a pointer pointing to the first element of array. That one is your array name. Then you can access to printf. You can access to second elements of array using its index. Okay, you can access to second elements of array using its index. So from here you're going to be able to use a, let's say a second element is something like this, equal to a digit. I'm gonna make a new line here. Then you're going to put here which is a 1. Okay. Then you're going to printf. Okay, you can access to their second elements of array using pointer. Okay, using pointer approach. So this one is let's just simply make it the first element. Okay, first elements to the first elements. Okay, I would like to talk to the first element first, and why so? Because if we access the second element, it needs some special point inside there. We need further explanation. So I'm just gonna access to the first elements first. Okay. So you can see from here, because the name of the array itself is a pointer pointing to the first element. So in order to access the values of the variables at the far end of the pointer, you use asterisk A. Then this one is going to be equal to another digits, new line. This one is asterisk A. Okay, and if you execute this one, you'll get, okay, if this execute this one, you get, so the first elements of that array using its index is A0 equal to 2, and the second elements of the array using pointer to access it is also 2. Okay, so if you can look from this one, the first element is here, and the second element is, and you use pointer to access it, it's also here. Okay, so now in order to access the second elements, we're going to point you some arithmetic, okay, arithmetic work with, okay, arithmetic work with pointer first. So inside normally if you do x plus plus, this one really means x equal to x plus 1. However, if we do something with pointers, okay, if we do something with pointers like or plus plus x, it's gonna be the same meaning as x equal to x plus 1, okay. However, for pointer, if you do a plus plus, it doesn't means, okay, it doesn't mean that you're going to place 1 into the values of a. Let's say if you have this one, if you have it something, a values currently is like this, but if you do a plus plus, it doesn't mean 3 something, and this one doesn't mean 81, okay. But what does it mean, okay? If you add, if you do plus plus, or if you do plus 1, okay, if you do plus plus, or if you do plus 1 to the memory address, it's gonna jump 1 unit. So it's gonna jump from this integer number to this integer number, and one integer here is 4 bytes, so it's gonna jump from this number to this number. So the result is actually gonna be this number, okay, and this one is gonna plus 4 bytes, okay, into the memory address. Why 4 bytes? Because one integer here is 4 bytes, so this one becomes 8. Okay, so again, it's not 25 here, but it's gonna be 28, which means if you plus 1 into the pointer, it's gonna jump to the next element of your array. Okay, it's gonna jump to the next element of your array. Okay, or jump to the next element, next integer, if that pointer is of that integer. And if jump to next integer, it's gonna place 4 bytes in. And similarly, if you jump to this one, it's going to be 32. Okay, it's gonna be 32. So using this one, you can access to the next element. So you can print. Okay, you can access to the third elements. Okay, the second elements of array using its index. This one is a 1, okay, equal to percentage e slash n, okay, and this one you're going to use a 1, okay. And you can also access to the second element of array, but this one using pointer, okay, using pointer. Okay, so right now you're going to use values of the address. A plus 1 means this one plus 1 is jumping to the next element, okay, and this one is values of that address, okay. As I said, if you take a plus 1, it's going to jump to these values, okay. Means plus 4 bytes into that address, not 1 values, but plus 4 bytes of that address, okay, 4 bytes of that address, and you take the values of it, it is values number 3, okay, values number 3. This one is pointer arithmetic. So if you run this one, you see you can access to the second element is 3 here. This second element is 3 here using pointers as well. Similarly, you can access to the third elements. Okay. Similarly, you can access to the third elements. Okay, third element. You can use the third elements. Okay, so this one is 2, and this one you just place 2 once more. If you place 2, it just doesn't mean place 2 inside it. It places 2 units, and each unit is an integer is 4 bytes. So the address is gonna jump into this location. Okay, from 22 up until 32, 24, yeah, up until 32. So you're gonna access to this element. Okay. So from here, if you run this one, if you run this program, you will see this one is the way you access the third element. So if you use pointer, you can work with array using pointers, okay, instead of using its index. That one is the use of pointer. So that one is the use of array, use of pointers in order to work with array conveniently. Next part, I'm going to demonstrate to you about how to return more than one values from function by using pass by references and pass by values.